Okay, let's see. Which way do we like this? With the light on? Too much dark side of the moon over here and the light. No, let's do without that. Natural lighting is good. How about that? See, this is low budget here, which is so much fun. And that's why us old guys have to stick. We old guys have to stick together. Let's start the show. Those of you who are early can get on the fun here. Got two things to show you today in the memorabilia. So let's start off with this. Yeah, it says Dodgers. We know. Haven't shown any DVDs or videos lately. This is a neat one. It's called Dodger Blue Championship Years, and it takes you through 55, 59, 63, 65, 81, and 88. It doesn't have the latest two, of course. This DVD came out, 15 years ago. And all these were originally narrated on videotape by Vin Scully. They redid them, and most of them, I think now, I haven't looked at it in a while, but most of them have Charlie Steiner on there. And remember I mentioned a few shows ago, Charlie Steiner came back to the booth when the season started. He did, then he left again. He's probably not up to snuff yet because he's still recovering. He's in remission from his cancer, from what I heard, but he's not fully back into the full energy. Okay, the other DVD I got for you, this is neat. Do you guys remember this? Some of you have been around a little while, remember this. It has to be maybe 20, 30 years ago when ESPN was starting around, what were they, in the 80s? So in the 90s, I guess they put this out. They did a series called Brooklyn Dodgers Original America's Team, and they did it on ESPN, and then they put it out on DVD years later. It's a 2-disc set, and it covers like 5 different guys from the Brooklyn Dodger team. It's really, really cool stuff. If you've never seen it, you can look it up. It might even be in ESPN's thing there. But they go through, like there's a whole show just about Jackie Robinson, one about Pee Wee Reese, one about Duke Snider. I think there's one on Gil Hodges and the other one just about the team in general. But if you've never seen it, Brooklyn Dodgers, the Original America's Team, that's a fabulous ESPN series that's on DVD. You should look for it. All right, let's start the show with our usual 10-count countdown. Yeah, get it moving. They are tomorrow.
Time for Dodger Baseball.
We're back. Been a long time, but I had to wait through the 2 series on the road because I thought, you know what? It's a little sticky to do one in the middle when you got early games, and I don't want to pressure anybody into watching this crazy show when there's a game on in the afternoon, so it didn't make sense. But in the news, we got a couple of things to talk about, mostly the good. We like to stay positive here on Let's Talk Dodgers. We don't like to talk about the negative stuff like Bobby K does. Shout out to Bobby K real fast. Hey, Bobby. Yeah, okay. All right. Our last show is the 3rd of April. Today's the 10th. In the news, the Dodgers now stand at 10-4. Good for only 3rd place in the NL West at the moment. However, actually they should be 2nd. Somebody got the standings wrong. Well, I know why. It's kind of a tie. Well, we won't get into that. Just numbers game. Anyway, over the past week, the Blue Crew went 2-4 on their road trip, which really sucked. We didn't like that. Let's not talk about Philly. The weather wasn't great for the first 2 games in D.C. either, as well as in Philly. But yesterday was a different story. The Dodgers got 4 runs in the first 4 batters of the game, including a 2-run triple by Edman and a 2-run home run by Teoscar Hernandez.
Teoscar Hernandez. Fly to left center field. Back goes Wood. Carrying pretty well and gone. Just enough to get it out of here. How about this start for the Dodgers? 4 runs before there's an out.
Wow, get excited, Joe Davis. That was pretty crazy. But the Nats came back and got 3 of their own in the bottom of the first. The Dodgers fell behind after Landon Knack lost control, lost command of all his pitches. The Dodgers bats went cold for a while. But then they came back in the 7th, and Andy Pages hit a game-tying home run. Let's check that one out.
There's Andy Pages. Shohei Ohtani on deck. Leans out, lifts a fly ball to left field. Wood's going back. He's at the wall, and this game is tied.
Yes.
Andy Pages finds the seats for the 2nd day in a row. 5-5 in the 7th.
I love it. See, that's the team we're used to seeing, not that other stuff that was playing over the last week or so. All right, anyway, Andy Pages did his thing. In this game, I love the fact, besides that, the Dodgers won it, okay, we know that, but I love the fact that there was finally some excellent leather being flashed around the diamond for the Dodgers after some rather sloppy play in Philly. Some you could attribute to the weather, some you don't have to. Mookie made a great play. So did Andy Pius out in the field. Made a sliding catch in the run in the bottom to save a run or catch in the run in the bottom of the fifth. Kirby Yates flashed some leather of his own and a mean comebacker in the sixth. You guys see that one? What a grab, man. He saved his jewelry on that one. He was like down low. Almost got it right in the stomach, too. Anyway, in the ninth inning, Kike made a wonderful play, pardon me, and nearly an impossible one. So, cough button on this show. This is low budget, right? Kike made a wonderful play, nearly impossible, with one of those potential winning runs for the Nats at first base. Kike fielded the ball between first and second. He was playing first, keeping it from reaching the outfield, and from his knees tossed the ball over to second to Mookie for the force. Yes, there were some great plays in the game. The go-ahead run came when Teoscar got a looper over the second baseman's glove to score Ohtani in the seventh, and that was the last piece of scoring in the game. The Dodgers held on for the 6-5 victory to get out of town on a good note, so we're happy about that, right? Yes. All right. The knock on Knack, see what I did there? The knock on Knack was his line. I mean, if you look at this line by itself, it's pretty pathetic. 2.1 innings pitched, 4 hits, 5 runs allowed, 4 walks, 2 strikeouts. Good thing the bullpen was outstanding. Winning pitcher was Kirby Yates, and the Dodgers got the win. But, Knack just didn't have it. He didn't have the knack. And he got it back for a little while. He had one good clean inning. But, the guy has to, I get it. It's a tough road trip, but it's no excuse. You're a world champion. You got to perform. Let's see. Injury report. We did one last time, so I won't do it now. Just know this. I got it confirmed last night today, and everybody's talking about it. Freddie Freeman will be in the lineup tomorrow night against the Cubs at Dodger Stadium. And we could use his bat. I thought Kike did a wonderful job at first base. I know he's only hitting $103 or something like that, but he's got 4 hits and 4 home runs. So what can you say? All right, whenever we do this, it means fun stuff. And by now, I'm sure you heard about all the so-called torpedo bats that some of the Yankees have been using. Well, I know that our own Shohei Ohtani weighed in on his thoughts about those new bats, and I won't play it in Japanese because you won't understand about it. He basically said something like this. He said, quote, I don't think I'd suddenly start using it. I wouldn't completely rule out the possibility, but I'm very satisfied with my current bat, and I feel like I'm getting the right feel from it. So for now, I think I'll stick with the bat I'm using. Yeah, well, spoken like a guy with 54 home runs last year, and I can't argue with that. So whatever you're doing, keep doing it, Shohei, and warm it up a little so you don't see more than 3 home runs. So he's floundering a little bit, but he struck out. Hey, the whole team struck out a lot the last week. All right. We'll talk about the stats later. Shout-outs. We have some shout-outs for some newbies, I'm told. I don't know if everybody's new here, but there's a lot of people that just joined the page. Tell you the numbers in a few minutes. So let's do some shout-outs. How about Christian H., Emma L., Marco S., Tanner A., Esther R., Jaime or Jamie B., I'm not sure which you're using, Betty D., Thomas D., JJV., Gary P., Roger Yee, and you and me, and Fox Jabri, who is Fox Cali, because he is El Zorro, the Fox. And thanks, guys and gals, for watching. Thanks for watching Let's Talk Dodgers. Thanks for subscribing in YouTube and following us here on Facebook. Tell all your Dodger-loving friends to watch, too. Like us on Facebook. Hit the subscribe button on YouTube. As always, we are talking Dodgers in here exclusively. So, go blue. Got some interesting numbers from the Facebook site. We got some new followers to the tune of about 250 people in the last 28 days. Wow, that's astounding. That's according to the numbers inside Facebook. So welcome aboard to all the newbies. We'll give them a shout out. I am your humble servant, Randy, and I'm here to talk Dodgers with you. There are 5. I've got a top 5 for you today. These are the top 5 geographic regions containing Let's Talk Dodgers viewers. Now, we're not talking about cities, we're talking about regions, not particularly cities, because that's what Facebook looks at. They look at regions. So here are the top 5 regions, and these are in order. I'm not going to go backwards, and there's no question you know where the top ones are. They're right here, number 1 in Los Angeles area. So in the Los Angeles region, we have the most viewers. Second most watching area And this is a kind of a surprise one to me. I wasn't sure there were that many fans, but I guess there are. Bakersfield's number 2. Shout out to Bakersfield. Thank you. Number 3, my other stomping grounds, my old home, Phoenix. Now, the announcers always get freaked as to why there's so many Dodger fans in Phoenix. I'll tell you why. I was one of them. When I was there in college in the 70s, well, there was no other game in town. The Diamondbacks didn't happen until the 90s. So in the 70s, 80s, 60s, whenever, previous to the 90s, the Dodger affiliate was there, KTAR, and Phoenix played nothing but Dodger games. So as a result, all my college buddies were Dodger fans. There was no other team to root for then in the majors. So it was the Dodgers. Anyway, there's still a lot of them there because, and of course now Camelback Ranch is there. So number 3 region of watching Let's Talk Dodgers in Phoenix. And number 4 region is here just next to LA in Long Beach. They have their own identity, so we give them their own, I guess Facebook gives them their own number there. And then the number 5, this one was kind of surprising to me, although it shouldn't be because there's no major league team there yet. Number 5 was Las Vegas. Shout out to Las Vegas. Thank you for watching. I'm sure you'll see a lot of us over there in a couple of 3 years when they get that stadium built for Oakland moving there. But right now Oakland's in Sacramento, so if you're as confused as I am, don't worry about it. We'll give you the rest of the top 10 regions next time. Thanks for watching wherever you are. Thanks for watching Let's Talk Dodgers. I'll give you a couple more breakdowns. There's a gender breakdown. Does that matter? Yeah, it kind of does. It used to be hardly anybody we knew that was female did not watch baseball. In fact, those of us who are married usually, our wives don't usually love baseball. I mean, I've coerced my wife to go plenty of times, but after a while when the prices got too high up like they are now, she goes, no, I'd rather buy shoes. Okay, I get it. All right, gender breakdown looks like this. No surprise, but it is kind of cool. 69.1% are male, 30.9% are female, and I'll give the females a shout out. Thank you, ladies, for watching. I know there's a lot of lady fans out there because I always see a million Lady Dodger fans at the stadium. We'll talk about age breakdown on our next Facebook page. That's no surprise either, but it is rather interesting. Top 5 countries see in our page. This is an interesting one. This one blindsided me. I didn't really think about that. Obviously, number 1 out of the top 5 has to be the United States because that's where most of us are, and that's where the Dodgers are. But guess who's number 2? Not a big surprise either, although I was kind of shocked that it wasn't Japan. Right now, number 2 is Mexico. Ole! All right. And number 3 is Japan, so that's good. So, Ohio. Anyway, number 4 is a weird one too. I don't know why this is. I guess there's a lot of baseball fans, but number 4 is Nigeria. How about cheer for Nigeria? There's a few players in the majors from Nigeria. Is that why? Somebody have to tell me. I think there are. And number 5 isn't a real big surprise, but they beat out these other guys. The Philippines is number 5. We know there's some rabid fans in the Philippines. A lot of Filipinos here, we know. What is it, 700,000 to 1 million here in LA? But no Dominican Republic or Puerto Rico? Puerto Rico belongs to the U.S., but Facebook kind of sections them out. We'll give you those numbers next time. Use this information from right here in Let's Talk Dodgers. All right, if you have fan mail, toss it on the Facebook page here or write to us at letstalkdodgers@gmail.com. You can get a hold of me through YouTube. However, it's a little tougher because I don't read the comments of every one of the shows that goes out. I probably should go back and find a lot of them, but it's kind of hard to do. All right, this date in Dodger history, April the 10th. Today's April the 10th, 2025. We're not going back too far for this one. You guys may remember this one. It was a kind of a big deal. On this date, April 10th in 2012, Vin Scully misses the Dodgers home opener for the first time in 35 years after doctors order the then 84-year-old Hall of Fame broadcaster to rest as he recovers from a bad cold. Well, cold isn't a big deal, but when you're 84, I guess it was. So he stayed home. And the last time before that, the team's play-by-play announcer was absent from the season's home opener. He was on assignment calling the first round of the Masters. I think it was 1977 on CBS. Wow. All right, let's get into the stats of the day. We got a boatload of stats today. And the only reason I'm making the show longer like this, Bobby doesn't like when I do 20-minute shows or 30-minute shows. I'm doing it. Shout out to Bobby K again, everybody. All right. I'm going to stat you to death today only to make the show longer. Why make it even longer today? Because there's no baseball. We're not watching anything today. What is there to watch? Another baseball podcast? No. Mookie's not even doing his yet. Is he? I haven't even seen his. All right. Mookie, where are you, man? Come on. I'm calling you out, buddy. You should be doing some shows. You're on the road. You're coming back now. Come on. What do you do in those hotel rooms? Oh, don't answer that. All right. Stats of the day. Through his first 8 games of the season, Tommy Edman went 9 for 31. That was a 290 clip. So I'll give Tommy Edman some props. And 4 of those were home runs. Well, right now he's hitting 259. Came down a little bit, which is 5th on the team. We'll tell you who's number 1 in just a moment. And we'll go through those stats in a second. And you probably heard this one a million times already. All of Kike's 4 hits this year are home runs. There's only 4 of them. But he's only got 4 hits and 4 home runs. That's a pretty good deal. He's only batting $103 or something. But the cool stat on that I heard last night is or maybe this morning, only 13 players have ever done that, where their first 4 hits of the season are home runs and that's it. And 3 of them have done it this year out of 13. That's weird. And here's a Do You Care? We haven't done Do You Care in a while. So, do you care that we haven't done Do You Care in a while?
Do you care?
Yeah, I want to hear something fun. Because it's always fun to make fun of Dodgers that left the team, isn't it? That's what we do. We're not making fun of you. We just like to dig it in there. See, we should have signed those guys. And good thing we didn't. Okay, here's one for you guys on Walker Buehler. He signed in the offseason with the Boston Red Sox for $21 million. Anyway, Walker Buehler has an 8.68 ERA as we sit here right now with Boston after 9 innings in which he's given up 14 hits and 9 runs. Yikes!
Do you care?
No. No, I don't care at all. It's their problem. But I bet the Red Sox, who paid him the $21 million, they care a lot. Right? All right. Okay, now on a sad note, I got to throw this in. This is for, once again, a shout out to Bobby K. Bobby K would love this one. He loves crap like this. Okay, Bobby, this one's for you, pal. The only real negative thing about this show today, I don't like to do negative stuff. If any Dodger brass is watching, I don't do negative on this show. I'm just doing a little bit for a couple people that love that shit. Okay? Pardon my French. Sadly, the Dodger batters on this latest road trip to Philly and DC, we were 2 for 4, but the worst part is, guess how many times that the Dodger batters struck out in this last 6 games on the road? No, higher. You ready? 60 times on this road trip. No bueno. I'm not going to boo that, but I'm just going to say no bueno. All right. They've got to change it up. I'm not blaming the weather, although I will tell you one thing. I'm going to Randy's rant right here. You ready for Randy's rant? Okay. One quick one. This is a teeny tiny one. First of all, I don't mind, with the weather thing. I get it. All the teams said it. Both sides have to play in it. I get that. Here's who I'm faulting for that one. Was it the first or second game in Philly? I think it was the second game when, who was it that couldn't get the grip on the ball? Anyway, was it Tyler Glasnow? I don't know. But I think the umpires were a little off base there. Because when you're looking at the mound, it was like dripping in water, and it was like muddy as hell, and the fact that there were big divots of missing mound. They should have at least had the groundskeeper come back out. I don't know why. Was it Tyler on the mound? I don't know why whoever the pitcher was didn't say, hey, guys, get out here and add some more stuff, because it was getting muddy as hell. First of all, they were letting it rain on it, and nobody was calling timeout, or they didn't delay the game at all. They just let the rain pour in Philly. What the hell was that about? I think the umpires were at fault with that one. So if Bill Russell's watching, get on those guys and tell him that, he's the one that watches all the Major League umpires and grades them all. We don't get to know the grades, unbelievably, but I think they're spouting them off now. Some of the announcers were telling us about them. I think Tim Neverett was spilling the beans on the radio broadcast the other day. But those umps should have been called out for not at least calling some delay or something, because even though it didn't rain all day and night, there was a time when it was coming down like crazy and they wouldn't do anything about it, and guys were slipping off the mound, and the ball was flying around like so. So that's Randy's rant for the day. Hope you enjoyed it. All right. On a more positive note, don't look now, but the Dodgers and the Padres are the only 2 teams in the majors to get to 10 wins this season. Way to go, Wait a minute. That shows you that not the Nats, but the Padres are the guys we got to look out for. The Nats look good. They look like supermen, but We can beat those guys. We'll see them again later in the year. We'll beat them. We'll beat them. We just had a rough outing. Wait till we get everybody healthy. Wait till Freddie comes back tomorrow night. All right. Jumbo Jack watch. Continuing with the way that they changed it up last season from 10Ks to 7Ks in 2025 again. Anytime the Dodger pitching staff records 7 strikeouts in a game or more, you and me, get free Jumbo Jacks the next day. Well, the Blue did something special to begin the season. I don't think they've done this before. In the first 11 games, they threw 7 or more Ks every single solitary game. 11 games. They totaled 113 strikeouts in those 11 games. And since they had a 1-6 and 9 the other last couple days, they've now totaled to 129 strikeouts in 14 games. Wait a minute. That's averaging 9+ strikeouts per game. I like that. So all total at the moment for 129 strikeouts in 14 games, and in doing so, 12 of the 14 games they played so far this season, which means, and this is my stat I keep all the time for you guys, they're doing it at a clip right now of 85.7% of the time, which is very good. But I know it's going to float back down to about 75 to 73% for the whole season because that's what happened last year. But in any event, we get free Jumbo Jacks today because they did it again yesterday. Last year, if you were with us, you know they did 118 times in 162 games, so that's 72.8%. That's great, and I think we'll do it again. Who's tops on the Dodgers right now in strikeouts? Anybody know? Yeah, it's Yamamoto. He's got 19 of them. We'll talk about his stats again in just a second. Got more stats coming. So whenever the pitching staff gets 7 or more strikeouts this season, all you do is you walk into any Jack in the Box in LA or Ventura, they don't tell you that, or in Ventura County too, and say, give me the Dodger deal, please. And when you buy a large drink, they give you a Jumbo Jack free with it. And yes, you can customize it. All right. Let's do some hitting and pitching stats at the moment because we're in the beginning of April already, and we're not quite a month into the season. But let's talk about what we got going on. Who's leading the team in batting right now? Do you have any idea? Will Smith's hitting 353. I like it. He needs to be a little more consistent, but he's hitting 353. Who scored the most runs? Well, everybody knows it's Shohei with 15. Home runs, we know it's Tommy Edman and Teoscar Hernandez both have 5 home runs. RBI department, there's only one guy leading on the team right now. Teoscar Hernandez has 16. Wait a minute. Tommy Edman is second with 11 with his 259 average. And Shohei has the most stolen bases with 3. We need more guys stealing bases. All right, in pitching, the wins, this is kind of not disgusting, but it's still early yet, but it's pretty disgusting, or I'll just say sad, when one of your relievers has more wins than the rest of the staff. But Bonda has 3 wins all in relief. Saves, well, Tanner Scott has 3, and ERA to go with his strikeouts. Yamamoto's, this is stand up and cheer stuff. Yamamoto right now, I know it's early. Yamamoto has an ERA of 1.69. Keep it up, Yoshi. You're doing fine. Okay, we got some quick hit trivia, much to Bobby K's chagrin. Shout it again for Bobby K. Okay. You don't want his head to get too big, do you? Oh, wait, it's already that way. Don't worry about it. All right, after losing the first game of the 1977 NLCS against the Phillies, Tommy Lasorda brought in a guest motivator before Game 2 to pump them up. Who was that guest motivator to pump up the team after their first game in the NLCS? I think they lost that first game, didn't they? No clues this time. You have to know it. No clues, no hints. Answer in a few minutes. We'll answer it in a few minutes. Eddie Mann should know this. We won't go there. All right, let's get you out of the ballpark. Cubs are coming to town. Friday, the aforementioned Mr. Yamamoto, he's 1-1 with a 1.69 ERA. Are you bleeping me? Wow. Keep it going, man. He's going up against Matthew Boyd, who's 1-0 with a 0 ERA. It's a 7-10er on Sportsnet LA tomorrow night, Friday, April 11th. Saturday, April 12th, Roki Sasaki, 0-0 with a 4.15 ERA, goes up against Ben Brown. He's 1-1 with a 7.71. That's early. That's a 6-10er on Sportsnet LA. Saturday night game, 6-10. Did you get that? 6-10. All right. 6-10. 6-10. Sunday, Cheryl alert. Cheryl alert. Cheryl alert. We do a Cheryl alert because our buddy Cheryl's up in Washington somewhere, I think. And this is when you can see a game nationally. So here's one for you, Cheryl. Sunday, 4/13, April 13th. Oh, one of my lucky days. Tyler Glasnow, 1-0 with a 6.43 ERA. He's got to get that down. He's going up against, we don't know yet, the Cubbies have not mentioned who they're going to start, but the time is a different start. In fact, all 3 games start at different times. The first game starts at 7, second game at 6:10, 7:10 and 6:10. The third game, 4:10 on ESPN. That's right. That's right. That's right. ESPN is going to televise the game nationally on Sunday evening, 4:10, 7:10 Eastern. So if you're anywhere in the country, ESPN Cheryl alert. All right. In addition, all games on the Dodger flagship radio station, AM 570 LA Sports, KLAC, and in Ventura County area, fans can hear all games on 106.3 FM, KTYD, The Tide, and of course, all our friends in downtown LA and East LA on La Super Q, as they used to call it, KNTQ, AM 1020 has the Spanish broadcast all the time. So that's good. Yeah, that's good. All right, here's the quick trivia answer before we let you go on a long 26-minute show, so we're going to make it to 30. Quick hit trivia. After losing the first game of the NLCS 1977 against the Phils, Tommy Lasorda brought in a guest motivator before Game 2 to pump up the team. Who was it? Anybody get it? I know Cheryl probably got it. It was Don Rickles. That's right. In fact, there's clips online in YouTube of Don Rickles harassing and kind of pumping up the team, but not during that 77 series. It's another time later on because there's all kinds of guys in it, but it is a lot of funny stuff. Some of it's probably not appropriate for the time period we're living in now, if you get what I mean. Politically incorrect sometimes. But it's Mr. Warmth, so what the hell? Nobody cares. Don Rickles was the guest motivator. I think we've used that before. Other cool stuff. Don't forget, I tend to leave up some pretty cool stuff and Dodger content in the team on our Facebook page from time to time, so check back often. We'll talk to you again probably after this series is over with the Cubs. Between series, we'll probably do a show. And like I said, you can write to me at letstalkdodgers@gmail.com. Thank you again for watching us right here on Let's Talk Dodgers. And to remind you where the game is going to be on Sunday, we'll end with this and as we go out showing our special stuff. But thanks for watching. I'm Randy. You know who you are. Come on back next time. Pull up a chair, sit down, relax, and let's talk Dodgers right here on Facebook and on YouTube. Thanks again, everybody. ESPN has the game Sunday.